So many people often said that a T20I series, or in fact any sort of a series, especially if you're having all formats of the game against the Australians for the Indian women's cricket team that is having that sort of a tour where they come in and they're playing all formats, is a true gauge or a true test of where exactly it is that this team are at right now. And there's no denying the fact that it's very much a building phase for the team and bringing in some fresh talent. They've got a new head coach in, of course, Amol Muzumdar, but it is safe to say that based on what it is we've seen through the series so far, that there is a lot of work to be done as of yet. Why am I saying this? Because the third and final T20I of the three-match T20 series between the India women's cricket team and the Australia women's cricket team is done and dusted, and it is Australia who have emerged on top. They won the deciding T20I series match, and of course that means that they will be, now they are done as far as this series is concerned. They have won it 2-1 is how they won the three-match T20I series, and that is really it as far as that's all she wrote as far as the team are concerned. And it's definitely not, as I said, the best of looks for this team, because again, new team building, but to be so comprehensively outplayed by by a side in your own home, not the best of looks, even if they are the mighty Aussies that you're playing. But let's quickly go over how it is that this particular T20I played out. It was a familiar story in many ways for India. They started off well, then lost wickets in clusters, and unfortunately were once again reliant on the middle order to come bail them out. You needed big runs from Richa Ghosh and a couple of handy contributions from the likes of Amanjot Kaur and Deepthi Sharma. But after that, really 147 for 6 was never going to likely be enough in this particular case, and that's exactly how it proved, given that Australia ended up winning it with 8 balls to spare. So again, as I said, not the best of series in that regard for the Indian team. Definitely, they were expected a little more, but this was definitely a series of learnings, because again, they won the one-off test but lost all 3 ODI games to Australia. So it was a clean sweep for Australia at home. This match too, it was, it never really looked in doubt after a point. And of course, it is definitely there's no secret as to why that's the case. This is an Australian team, very, very, let's say, clinical. You had Lisa Healy put in a good 50, scoring well. You had a Beth Mooney who did what she does best, anchor the innings, ensure that everyone else batted around her. And by the time everyone else came in, so you had a Talia McGrath come and get a few runs, a Phoebe Litchfield who's probably been one of the finds of this series, someone who's done really, really well throughout this particular series. All of them just performed well, and they clicked in a way that the Indian team simply could not. So that's the end of this tour. And as I said, doesn't make for great reading if you're an Indian cricket fan, because you played 6 matches, you won 2 of them, or the one-off test, and you won 1 T20I. Beyond that, you lost all 3 ODIs and you lost 2 T20Is as well. Definitely not the best of looks as far as this, in fact, series is concerned. But as I said, plenty of learnings for the women's team. So that concludes this tour, and of course, we'll also conclude this live. I see a couple of your comments. Some people, as I can say, Ekansh Jindal saying that Harman's form has been terrifying. Wholeheartedly agree. Her form hasn't been good. You have Satish Bhai saying that the Australian women's team make the Australian men's team look like minnows. Wholeheartedly agree. So plenty to learn really from India in this series, but we'll end this live for now. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And if you enjoy our work, please don't forget, like, share, subscribe, tap that bell, leave us a comment. Also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget to download the Sports app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side though, it's goodbye.